Yo, what is going on, guys? So for quite a while now, I've been getting a lot of requests to talk about Jace Hall and what he's been talking about as far as the preseason 3 reverts, the things that he's been doing with Daybreak, and I just want to kind of cover some different subjects about that and talk about it a little while. So if you don't follow Jace Hall on Twitter or anyone from the entire H1Z1 community that is left still playing the game, then you probably haven't seen Jace Hall's tweets, but basically he's been tweeting a lot of hints saying that he's going to revert the game to preseason 3. He's been working with Daybreak. He's going to get everything that we hate removed and everything that we love brought back and just make the game amazing again. Now, a lot of people think that he's full of shit, and I honestly don't want to say whether I think he's full of shit or not. I think they will do a lot as far as, reverting or removing the MP7, bringing back the 1911, stuff like that, and just overall trying to make the game what it was in preseason 3. Now, I do not think that there will be even the same as it was, that the game will even be the same as it was back then, even if he does do an entire revert to preseason 3. Preseason 3, the biggest thing that made the game fun back then was the fact that there were noobs running around all the time, and nowadays a solo lobby is basically a scrim or an H1 Pro League practice match. Now, that's not to say that a preseason 3 revert will be bad. It will be a good thing for the people that are still playing the game. Do I think that it'll bring it back to huge numbers like No Man's Sky was revived here recently? It brought back like 60k players or something just because they changed a bunch of shit about the game. I'm not sure what they did, but they changed a lot of stuff, and they got about 60k players now from like 1,000 players or whatever they had before. And do I think that'll happen with H1? Not with just a preseason 3 revert. I still think they have issues with hit reg and stuff like that they would have to address. But I do think it could raise the player numbers a little bit. I use that very lightly. It might increase the player base a couple thousand. But overall, that's good for the game. And if they do increase it by a couple thousand and then actually make good updates instead of, back when we did have preseason 3, they did shitty updates, which in turn killed the game. If they do consistently do good updates or revert bad updates when people do say they're bad, it will help the game a lot. Now, you might be asking yourself, Cam, why are you making this video? You said you weren't going to play H1 anymore. You've been making Islands of 9 videos. You're an Islands of 9 player now. And yes, that is true. I have been playing Islands of 9. I really even haven't been playing that, to be honest. I haven't been playing any games here recently besides Counter-Strike with some IRL friends a little bit. But I would go back and play H1 if they did do this preseason 3 revert. Now, will I go back to making videos daily, going back to Twitch streaming it every single day, and all that good stuff? I highly doubt it, because the game's kind of done ran its course with me, at least. But I do think it will be good if they do this revert to preseason 3 like Jace Hall says he's going to do. But he's been tweeting for a long time now, and he actually kind of has hinted towards it being soon, like, within a week or two of him actually, making something happen. And a lot of people are saying, I will believe it when I see it. I'm not going to just get hyped over a bunch of tweets. And I do, it does get me a little bit hyped, just a tiny bit, because preseason 3 was awesome. The sounds, the bullet drop, everything. If they actually did bring back everything, that would be awesome. This is a highlights video on screen of, preseason 3. 2-3-ish gameplay, and it is, the colors are great, everything about it is great, and it would be good for the nostalgia just to go back and play some matches of it. The only problem I see with them waiting a week or two is that Call of Duty is coming out, and, that will affect a little bit of people playing. It won't be that big of a deal, but I know me personally, I will be playing Call of Duty a ton next week, and a lot of other people will be too, so that could affect a little bit, how many people would come back, but that's not that much to worry about because their Battle Royale won't be released for a couple of months. Overall, I don't want to bust your hype bubble, but I do think that it will help the game. I don't think that it will, revive the game. That's basically what I feel, at least at the time. And I do, I do want to play it again. If they do this, I think it'll be really good. I think it will bring back some people, but, like I said, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying I will not come back unless they do a full preseason 3 revert. So if they do it, call their bluff, see if they do actually come back, see if they do like the game then. But with, Fortnite and all these other Battle Royales that have kind of just shunned out H1. I know they're, everybody watching me obviously probably is hyped, and they will come back and play preseason 3, but most people have moved on to Fortnite, PUBG, something else like that, and H1 kind of has ran its course. It'd be hard to revive the game to a lot of players, but, like I said, this could bring back a couple thousand, so let me know if you guys are excited. Let me know if you'll be playing it, and I'll talk to you guys in the next